Welcome to Coin Explorer. What if a simple coin, something you might ignore every single day, was quietly holding a story far more fascinating than its size suggests? Imagine reaching into your pocket and pulling out what looks like an ordinary 1992 quarter dollar. Nothing unusual at first glance, just another piece of everyday currency. But what if that small piece of metal carried hidden details, subtle variations, and a history that most people never stop to notice? This is not just about money. It's about curiosity, discovery, and the thrill of looking closer. Because sometimes the most ordinary things become extraordinary the moment you truly see them. Today, we're diving deep into the 1992 United States quarter, a coin that has captured the attention of collectors and enthusiasts around the world for reasons that may surprise you. Stay with me, because what you're about to learn could completely change the way you look at coins forever. The 1992 quarter belongs to the classic Washington quarter series, a design that has been part of American history for decades. On one side, you see the familiar profile of George Washington, calm and dignified, a symbol of leadership and legacy. On the reverse, the iconic eagle spreads its wings, representing strength and freedom. At first glance, millions of these coins look exactly the same, produced in large numbers and circulated widely across the country. But here's where things become interesting. Within these millions, there are tiny differences, small details that most people overlook, yet collectors actively search for. These subtle variations are what turn a common coin into something far more intriguing. And once you understand what to look for, you may never see this coin as ordinary again. Coins like the 1992 quarter were minted in different locations, primarily Philadelphia and Denver, each marked by a small letter near Washington's portrait. These mint marks might seem insignificant, but they play a major role in identifying variations. Beyond that, the year 1992 is particularly important because it sits right before a major transition in coin composition and production techniques in the United States Mint. This period created opportunities for slight inconsistencies, differences in metal layers, alignment, and even design sharpness. While most coins came out perfectly normal, a small number carried unique characteristics that collectors now consider highly desirable. It's these rare variations that have sparked curiosity and, in some cases, intense interest in the coin collecting community. One of the most talked about aspects of certain 1992 quarters is the possibility of transitional errors. These happen when a coin is struck using materials or methods intended for a different year or series. Imagine a coin that doesn't quite belong to its time, a piece created during a shift, capturing a moment of change in the minting process. These types of coins are not easy to identify without careful observation, but when discovered, they can become the center of attention among collectors. The idea that such a small object could hold a production anomaly adds a layer of mystery. It turns a simple coin into a puzzle waiting to be solved, and that sense of mystery is exactly what keeps people searching. Now let's talk about condition, because condition is everything in the world of coin collecting. A 1992 quarter that has been heavily used, scratched, or worn down will usually remain just a regular coin. But a coin that has been preserved in near-perfect condition, sharp details, minimal wear, and original shine can stand out dramatically. Collectors often look for coins graded as mint state, meaning they appear almost as if they just left the mint. These coins are far less common than circulated ones, and their visual appeal alone makes them more desirable. When rarity meets condition, that's when a coin begins to gain real attention. But here's where things become truly fascinating. Over time, stories have emerged about certain rare coins appearing in private listings or auctions with extremely high asking prices. In some discussions and online listings, there have been claims of rare coins, including specific quarters, being listed for figures reaching up to $35 million. It's important to understand that such numbers are often based on unique circumstances, collector demand, and sometimes speculative listings rather than typical market value. Still, the existence of such claims adds a sense of excitement and possibility. It makes people wonder, what if a coin sitting unnoticed somewhere could be far more significant than anyone realizes? This sense of possibility is what drives collectors to carefully inspect every detail. The lettering, the spacing, the edges, even the alignment between the front and back of the coin. All of these factors matter. A slight misalignment or an unusual feature could be the difference between a common coin and a rare find. It's not about luck alone, it's about attention, patience, and knowledge. Many collectors spend years studying coins, learning how to spot these subtle differences, and sometimes those efforts pay off in unexpected ways. The thrill isn't just in finding something valuable, it's in discovering something rare and unique. Another key detail to watch for in 1992 quarters is the clarity of the design. Coins that were struck with higher pressure tend to show sharper lines and more defined features. On the other hand, weaker strikes may appear softer, with less detail visible in Washington's hair or the eagle's feathers. While this might seem like a minor detail, collectors often prefer coins with strong, clear strikes. These coins not only look better, but also represent a higher standard of minting quality. When combined with rarity, these characteristics can significantly increase interest in a coin. It's also worth noting that not every unusual coin is immediately recognized. Sometimes rare coins remain unnoticed for years, sitting in jars, drawers, or old collections. Only when someone takes a closer look do they realize something is different. This is why so many collectors encourage others to check their coins carefully. You don't need expensive equipment, just a bit of curiosity and a willingness to look closely, because hidden among everyday coins, there could be pieces with stories waiting to be uncovered, and that idea alone is enough to keep people searching. The 1992 quarter, like many coins from its era, represents more than just currency. It reflects a moment in time, a piece of history that has passed through countless hands. Each scratch, each mark, each variation tells a story. Some coins traveled across states, others sat untouched for decades, and among them, a few carry something extra, something that sets them apart. This blend of history and mystery is what makes coin collecting so captivating. It's not just about value, it's about connection, discovery, and the stories hidden in plain sight. As interest in rare coins continues to grow, more people are beginning to look at their spare change differently. What once seemed insignificant now feels worth examining. Social media, online forums, and collector communities have made it easier than ever to share discoveries and learn from others. This has created a new wave of curiosity, where even beginners can start exploring the world of coins. And the 1992 quarter has become part of that conversation, not because every coin is rare, but because the possibility exists. It's important to approach these discoveries with a balanced perspective. While stories of high-value listings can be exciting, true value depends on verification, grading, and market demand. Professional grading services play a key role in determining a coin's authenticity and condition. Without proper evaluation, it's difficult to confirm whether a coin truly stands out. This is why serious collectors rely on expert opinions before making any conclusions. Still, the journey of searching, of learning and searching is just as rewarding as the result. Imagine the feeling of finding something unexpected, something you never thought to look for. That moment when a simple coin suddenly feels different, more important, more intriguing. It's not just about money, it's about discovery. That's the magic of coins like the 1992 quarter. They remind us that value isn't always obvious. Sometimes it's hidden in the smallest details, waiting for someone to notice. And once you start looking, you realize how much there is to explore. So the next time you come across a quarter, don't rush past it. Take a moment, look closely. Notice the details, the year, the mint mark, the design. Ask yourself if there's something different, something unusual. You might not find anything rare right away, but the act of looking changes everything. It turns an ordinary moment into something meaningful. And maybe, just maybe, somewhere out there, a small piece of metal is waiting to surprise someone who decides to take a closer look. In the end, the 1992 quarter is more than just a coin. It's a reminder that even the most common things can hold hidden stories. Whether or not you ever find a rare variation, the journey itself is worth it, because every coin you examine brings you closer to understanding a world that most people overlook. And maybe, just maybe, somewhere out there, a small piece of metal is waiting to surprise someone who decides to take a closer look.